This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, good afternoon, team. So now we are going to continue our class. So today we are going to start with the demo for session ETL testing. So before starting the class, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Vinay. I am having close to 11 years of work experience. Currently, I am working in a Bangalore as a team lead in one of the most reputed company. Okay, so here I will be your trainer guys for the ETL testing. This will be 5 week of course duration. In these 5 week of course duration, we are going to learn that how we have to work in the real-time scenario. Okay, the main agenda of this class is not to only pass the knowledge or not to only pass the something which is not required. The main agenda of this class is to give you guys the real-time hands-off experience. Okay, so after the class, I will allow you guys to upload the resume in the Naukri portal, and there you can easily go as a ETL tester starting from 1 year to up to 9 years. Consider example that if you are going with 2 year, 3 year, or 4 years of work experience as a ETL tester, then the very first question will be what exactly you were doing as a ETL tester. So the same thing guys we are going to learn in the running class of 5 week of course duration. Sometimes it used to get extended also for 6 weeks. Reason for the same is imagine that if any of the topic we have discussed and if you want to have the repetition of that topic, so in that scenario it can be extended, but none of the topic will be missed and none of the topic will be skipped if any one you have the question. Imagine that in the running class if 20 people are there and 19 people are clear with the topic, even though one person is having the doubt, then also I will repeat the topic. Okay, so from that what will happen, you will have the revision and the person who has the question he will get the clarity. Okay, so that is the thing. So actually ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. In this 5 week of course duration, we are going to learn data warehouse, SQL, Informatica, QC Center, scheduling tool for the ETL testing, and at the last we will see two projects. Okay, so in this two project, out of two project, one project will be done from my side and second project you guys have to do. So wherever you guys will do the mistake, there I will guide you for the same. So in the real time scenario, the moment you guys will get assigned with the work packages, so at that time you will not feel that you are in the lost world, what you have to do, how to start the work. Okay, now so starting from data warehouse. So in the data warehouse, guys, we are going to cover the topic. What is data warehouse? Purpose of the data warehouse? What is ETL? Overview of ETL operation, ETL architecture. What is data mart? Types of data mart. Data mart versus data warehouse. What is dimension table? Types of dimension table. What is fact table? Types of fact table. What is OLAP? What is OLTP? OLAP versus OLTP. What is data modeling? Types of data modeling. Star schema, snowflake schema, normalization and denormalization, slowly changing dimension like SCD and their types, and the uses of the SCD and surrogate key. So guys, these are the topic which we are going to cover under data warehouse. So it will be 2.5 day of course duration, completely theoretical part. Okay, here we are going to cover which is required for the interview and for your work. Once data warehouse is done, then we will start with the SQL. In the SQL, we are going to start with history of the SQL, introduction of the SQL with Oracle database, DBMS, RDBMS, data definition language, data manipulation language, transaction control language, data control language, data type, aggregate function, character function, date function, where clause, having clause, group by clause, logical operator, comparison operator, constraint, case statement, rank and tens rank, pseudo column, set operator, joins and their types like equijoin, non-equijoin, cross join, self join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, and so on. And then we will see what is the difference between inner join and equijoin, then subquery, what is view with real-time example, useful SQL query for data validation, and uses of the SQL function in transformation. So guys, these are the topic which we are going to cover under SQL. It will be 3.5 week of course duration, 100% practical. Once the SQL is done, then the hero will come Informatica. Okay, so in the Informatica, we are going to cover the topic introduction of the Informatica tool, introduction of the Informatica components, Power Center Designer, Power Center Workflow Manager, Power Center Workflow Monitor, mapping, workflow session, aggregate transformation, filter transformation, expression transformation, router transformation, joiner transformation, sequence generator transformation, lookup expression transformation, ETL test environment. These are environment with practical ETL testing strategy, ETL testing methodology, ETL testing techniques, ETL functional testing, ETL performance testing, introduction of the slowly changing dimension like SCD type 1, type 2, type 3, initial load testing, incremental load testing, surrogate key and uses, testing surrogate key, testing technical attributes and flag, testing flat file data, testing with different source and target, constant testing, ETL integration testing, ETL regression testing, ETL system testing, UAT testing, designing the test cases, challenges in the data warehouse testing, database testing versus ETL data warehouse testing, about the HTM and the BRD document, data quality rules, and testing with the different transformation. Okay, then about the scheduling tool, like about how to schedule the job, how to run the job, how to verify the log files in the scheduling tools. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to cover under Informatica. So here you can say Informatica will be 2 week of course duration, 70% practical, 30% theory. Okay, so overall calculation if you guys will do, so you can say 80 to 85% classes will be practical, 10 to 15% classes will be guys for the theory. So theory doesn't mean that we are going to cover those things which is not required just to fill the gap. Answer is no. In the theory, we are going to cover such type of question where you guys can get stuck in the interview. Because in the theory part, they will ask real-time scenario question. So what they will be asking? So okay. So here, what type of question they will ask? So imagine that they will say, imagine after 2 weeks imagine after 2 days the project release is there and still your testing is not completed. Minimum it will take 10 days of time. So how you will handle the situation? What will be your approaches? Consider another example. Imagine that they will say, as a ETL tester you have raised one bug and developer is telling it is not a bug, and as a tester you are telling this is a bug. So how you will handle the situation? What will be your approaches? Okay, so these type of question and many more we are going to discuss in the running classes. Now, second thing is anyone or everyone used to learn any of the new technologies. Why? Just to improve their knowledge and to get the job. That is the truth. So for the ETL testing, what is the job opportunity? What is the opening? So to get the candidate, definitely, maybe I can say, yeah, in the Bangalore, 5,000 opening is there, 10,000 opening is there. So it will look like a fishy word. So rather than trusting on me or rather than trusting on anyone, it's better to just open the Google Chrome, and in the Google Chrome, you just type naukri.com. Okay, just for your reference, I had opened the naukri.com, and here I will show you guys what is the opening. Okay, so here you can see. I just mention over here the keywords. First, we have to mention the keyword for the ETL testing. Okay, ETL testing, data warehouse testing. And I have just mentioned the location, guys, Bangalore. Click on search. The moment you will click on search, observe the data over here. 35,948 jobs are available. And that too, I have mentioned only location Bangalore. Still, Chennai, Kolkata, Delhi, Hyderabad, Pune, Mumbai, so many location is still pending. Okay, yes, definitely. The opening will be very high in the Bangalore compared to other state or other cities. But yes, this is the only opening which I am saying for the Bangalore. 35,000 plus. It is a very highly impressive figure, you can say. Okay, and for this, once your class is over, then I will be responsible, guys, to create your resume and upload into the Naukri portal. Okay, now anyone have any question which you guys want to ask from your side?
Hi Vinay, Venkatesh here.
Yeah, hi Venkatesh.
Good evening. Good
Good
evening.
evening. Good evening. Good
So, as part of ETL testing, when you're explaining as a project, as a
evening.
tester,
Yes.
so
Yes.
when there is a project or the application for the backend, when you are doing the testing, so
Mm-hmm.
whether we will, because I am working as a functional tester as well as Tosca automation wise. I'm
Okay,
interested to learn the ETL testing. So, as part of ETL testing, whether we'll be writing the test cases,
definitely.
so
Because
whether you'll be defining a template when we are
yes,
testing
definitely. Yes,
the
definitely.
process.
Definitely, because
Okay.
if I will not show you guys the how to write down the test case, most of you will get
Yes.
stuck in the real time scenario. Because
Yes.
writing down the test case, you can say it is a backbone of testing. Okay,
Yes.
as you are already working as a functional tester and automation tester, so doesn't matter, guys, which tester you guys are working
Okay.
or we are working. Each and every tester they have to write down the test case. Doesn't matter manual tester, automation tester, big data tester, Hadoop tester, ETL tester, or any
Yes.
tester. Everyone they have to write down. And yes, here in the running class, I will teach you guys in the project class how to write down the test case, how to validate the data, everything.
Okay. Okay. So
Because
I get one
Mhm.
more doubt is there. So
Yeah.
you have mentioned like load testing, like in the ETL, whether you will be explaining the performance testing tools also, whether it is required as part of ETL testing.
No, no, that is not required as a part of ETL testing, but we should be aware of. That's why in the content I
Oh,
have added that one. Okay, so what is actually
okay.
the performance? So as per ETL perspective, which is required, that I will
Yes.
teach. Here you can see. That's why here it will fall under strategy and sorry, testing methodology. Under testing methodology, I will be teaching
Okay.
performance and performance testing, data completeness test.
Okay.
Okay, incremental load and initial load. Those all will fall under methodology. Answer is yes.
Okay. So at the time of explaining, you will be explaining the tool Informatica.
Yes, with practical, and
Okay.
even though I will provide you guys all the software
Okay.
which is required for the ETL testing, and you will install it. Definitely, I will guide you for the installation part of the software, and then we will see the practical, because
And also
practical is a,
SQL, you will be getting trained, right?
yes, yes, yes. Here you can see that's why here I had mentioned the SQL also. I will provide you
Okay.
the software for SQL as well as for the Informatica. Means end to end, all the
Okay.
software which is required for the ETL testing, I will be responsible, guys, to provide you.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks for letting me
Thank
know.
you. Thank you. Welcome. Now, anyone else
Yeah, hi
also, guys?
Vinay. Hi
Hi.
Vinay, Anurag this side.
Yeah. Hi,
So
Raj.
just want to know that in the ETL testing, if only there is Informatica tool or
Mhm.
any other tool are used in the ETL testing. Just want to know this. This is
Sure.
the only question.
No problem.
Yeah.
So, guys, as a ETL testing, for the ETL testing, 24 plus type of ETL tool is there. 24 plus. Example,
Okay.
Informatica, SSIS, SQL, Tipico, Tanland, and so on. So, like that, close to 24 plus type of tools are there. But here in the running class, then why I am going for the Informatica? Why I am not going with any another tool? The reason for the same, guys, if you have been trained for the Informatica, then easily you guys can
Mhm.
perform the task on Tanland, Tibico, SSIS, and so on. But if you have been trained only for the Tanland and the opening is coming for the Informatica, then your resume will not get shortlisted. But if you have been trained on Informatica, the HR will see that Informatica is there, so you can perform the task, so your resume will get shortlisted. Okay, so that is the reason.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Because even though in the real time scenario, 80 more than 80 plus per 80% of the project are completely based on the Informatica. Reason why they are using the Informatica in the office? Okay, the reason for the same is because as a ETL tester, we are using or we are dealing with a very high volume of the data, very high volume of data. And Informatica is such a software which can handle a very high volume of data very smoothly. Here, the data loss percentage is very lesser compared to others. Validation is also a part of that, okay, which can be done by using the SQL, but the data loading will be done by the Informatica. And here, with Informatica, data loading gets faster with lesser error. For the other tools, it is slower and the possibilities of getting the error is very higher. So that's why even though in the organization, most of the people, most of the project, they are using Informatica. Okay. But I'm not dealing with another other tools. But if you have been trained for Informatica, easily you can perform the task for the um, other tools. Like example, day-to-day example I will give. If you have been trained like how to cook chicken biryani, correct? And if someone will give you that cooked rice only, Then if you have the knowledge how to cook chicken biryani, easily you can cook the rice. But if you have been trained only for the rice, then you will face so much challenges for cooking the chicken biryani. Correct? So that is the thing. Informatica is the most widely used tool and most demanding tool. No problem. Now, anyone else also, guys, having any question?
Yeah, I have
Hi, Vinay.
pinged you for
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi. Yeah.
Just want to, this is Hema.
Hi, Hema.
Yeah, just want to know whether, as part of this ETL testing, will you be covering the automation as well of this one?
No, no, no. Automation is not the part of ETL testing. Automation is
Okay.
not the part of ETL testing. Second thing here, whatever the things we are doing in the real-time scenario, or doesn't
Mm.
matter whether it is ETL, Oracle, manual, automation, or big data, anything, everything is based on the cloud only. Everything. Okay, and
Okay.
some of the people are getting confused that, yeah, Vishnu, I feel that cloud is one of the things. So yes, cloud is not one of the thing, it is the backbone. You can say cloud is not a new technology, guys. It didn't launch 1 year back, 2 year back, or 3 year back. The day when IT came into the market, close to 40 year back, from that time the cloud is there. 40 year back the IT has came into the market, means in the UK, Australia. It take later it came to India also, but 40 year back the IT was launched, and from that time only the
Hello.
cloud only. And it is not only for the ETL, entire thing, Java, .NET, whoever is working in the IT, it is mandatory. Everyone is working on the cloud. Cloud is for what? So cloud is for storing the data, guys. There is nothing. It is for storing the data. Okay, no problem. Now, anyone else also having any question? Else, we will start with the few topics.
Yeah, I have a doubt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Currently, one of my project we are using data leak. We are taking the data from both the Microsoft SQL Server, and we are taking the data from the MongoDB. So we
Mm-hmm.
are storing into data leak.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem is how we validate these data in data lake. Also, another question is it this kind of job is ETL testing as a part?
Yes, it is a part of ETL testing only. Okay. Second, your first question was that you are receiving the data from the multiple sources. One is from one source, another is from the another source, and you are keeping in the data lake and how we can validate it. So the answer for the same is the very first thing, whenever we are extracting the data from multiple file sources, it is mandatory before validating, we have to convert it into a single format. We have to convert into a single format. Then only we can make it process, else not. Consider one example. Imagine that if I will say the distance between my home to Ajay home is 2 kilometers. Okay, and the distance between my home to Hari home is 500 meter. So guys, anyone can you please confirm who is nearer? Who is nearer? Second one, Hari is nearer. So here you can see what I have done. So one information I had passed in kilometer, 2 kilometer. Second information was 500 meter. So what is the best, what is the approaches? So approach is either you can convert kilometer to meter or meter to kilometer. Means first you have to make it in a single format. Then only we will do the comparison. If directly we will do the comparison like 500 and 2, then we will get the wrong information. On the same manner over here also, that if we have the data from the different sources and different format, doesn't matter in which format it is, doesn't matter, Oracle, SSIS, typico, or any whichever it is, or flat file, if it is in a different format, then the very first approach is we have to convert it into a single format. Then only we have to make it process, else we cannot validate it. And this one also, guys, we will see with practical, it is also a part of our, here you can see this topic, testing with different source and target. Your question is here, it is listed. Okay,
Also, why we are using PySpark in the ETL testing?
sorry. So that is that we
PySpark.
can that we can use for, you can say, for receiving the data, or technically for validation also we can use it. Okay, we can use
Okay.
it, but it is not mandatory.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. The problem
Because
is if that both the database have the different data, then we need to manually check, or is it any tool are available for
no,
this one?
no, 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 no,
Mm.
nothing we will do manually. The very first approach, imagine that one is in the PySpark and another one is in the Oracle. Two different table is there. One is in the Spark, another was in the Oracle. Then what we have to do? Either we have to convert our Spark data into the Oracle database, or Oracle data into the Spark database. Means in one line you can say we have to convert it into a single format. Then only we can make it process. Like example which I had given, either you can convert 500 meter to 2 kilometer, you can convert either meter to kilometer or kilometer to meter, then only we can do the comparison on the same manner over here also. First we have to convert into a single format, it is mandatory. If we are not converting, we cannot make it process. This is interview question also. They will ask the question,
Okay.
imagine that if your source table is in the database format and target table is in the flat file format, or your source table is having multiple sources like flat file and database, and target table is database, then how you will validate the data? Then what you guys have to deliver the answer, that the very first approach is we have to convert the data into a single format, then only we can make it process, else not.
Okay. Also, as per the course, shall we going to cover the AWS Glue in this course?
No, no, no. That is not the part. That is not meant, because that is one of the cloud only. Okay, and for the cloud, we are covering that data warehouse, AWS, because whatever the data we are receiving, we will receive it in the data warehouse, we will receive it in the AWS, or we will receive it in the Athena, okay, or Amazon bucket. There we will receive it. So the same question will be there. This part will be the same only. Only headings will be different because the cloud is the same. Imagine that the Gmail is there and Yahoo Mail is there, only heading is different, content will be same inside that, because Yahoo will also contain inbox, sent item, compose mail, attach the file, and so on. Gmail will also contain the same thing, inbox, sent item, compose email, attach the file, and so on. Inner content will be same. So 80%, I will not say 100%, but yes, 80% content inside it inside will be same to same only for the ETL perspective. So here we are covering data warehouse.
Okay. Also, as Power BI is also part of the ETL or not?
No, Power BI is not a part of ETL. Power BI used to come into the picture once our work is done. That is technically business intelligence tool. Power BI is a business
Okay.
intelligence tool which is used for generating the report. And those teams used to come into the picture once our part is done. Means once we have loaded the data in the target table, then our part used to be over. Then again next day we used to start with new work package. But whatever the data we have loaded in the target table, so those data guys, it will be extracted by the BI team. Okay, means the BI team will
Okay.
come into the picture and they will pull it through the Power BI. Power BI is one of the reporting tool. So they will extract those data, they will generate the report, and that report will be sent to the client. And based on that report
Okay.
only, the client will take the decision regarding their business.
Okay. Also, can I could put my resume as a ETL test experience while working these things?
Definitely, because whatever the training I will give you guys, from that you guys can put easily 1 year to
Yeah.
9 years of work experience. Easily.
Yeah. Can I do this project as a my resume? Like currently, I'm doing.
Yes, definitely, definitely. You can mention the same
Okay.
project, because in every project, wherever the data flow is happening, easily we can.
Yeah, but the
Okay,
thing is, data lake is not at a data warehouse. That's why I'm a little bit
no
confused.
problem. No problem. That I will. There are
Mm.
something which we cannot discuss over the live, but answer is yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Hope you got it because you are already working, so that's why. But yes, this is for every
No,
one
no,
of you guys.
currently, yeah,
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
currently
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
I'm working as a
Okay.
currently I'm working as an automation test engineer using Selenium, but
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately I get a opportunity to work this project ETL, but I'm completely blank. I don't know where to start.
No worries, no worries. It happens
Mm.
because once you have a higher experience, means if you are crossing 6 year or 7 year experience, then what the companies will do, they will move you internally into the different project, different domain, different technologies, and so on. Okay, so as you had asked me the question about the Power BI, I had given the answer. Some of you had asked the question about the ETL. I had given the answer because currently I'm working directly for the ETL. But I have the experience for Power BI also because I have close to 11 years of work experience. So that's why I was able to give the answer. And even though if you will have the higher experience, then the interviewer expect that you should know extra. Okay, so then only they can utilize you in a different project. So that will be added extra advantage. Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Welcome. Okay,
Vinay, one question.
yeah, go ahead.
So, Vinay, this ETL testing, how far would be helpful for the analytics perspective? Can we move? Can we go to the analytics by learning this one, or it's a different phase completely?
It is a different phase completely. Means before the analytics, we used to come into the picture. The Power BI team, which we were discussing 2 minutes back. Okay, so that is the part of analytics. That is the part. Okay. ETL here. ETL is actually a highly demanding job with giving you a very high package. Earlier, means ETL testing, you can say if manual tester out of 3 years of work experience, if manual tester is there, then hardly they will get guys the CTC of 4 lakh, 4.5 lakh. That is the truth. If anyone is working, you can do the calculation. 3 years of work experience, hardly they will get 4 lakh, 4.5 lakh. Luckily, someone will get 5 lakh. That's it. But anyone who is working as a ETL tester, minimum CTC will be 9 lakh, 9.5 lakh. What is the reason? Why? Because ETL is one of the most demanding product in the IT market due to COVID. You guys have seen due to COVID, actually the data flow has been drastically increased. Before the COVID, you guys were seeing at most of the places like vegetable shop or grocery shop, we were doing the transaction through cash or through ATM card. Correct. But now you guys can see at any place we are using Google Pay and Phone Pay. Mostly we are using in India. Other countries also they are using the same thing, means their own tool, their own payment gateway they are using, due to which what happened, actually data flow got drastically increased, and due to which it got boomed into the market. And ETL testing is in the market since 12 year. It is not a very new tool, guys. Since 12 year it is in the market. Okay, and still it is booming. You can see in the Bangalore location only I have taught, and I have shown you guys 35,000 plus opening, 35,000 plus opening, which is not a small figure. Okay, and it is, you can say, a very in the running class I will teach you guys each and everything in a such a manner that each and everyone should able to grab the thing. You can see the opening, 2 to 6 year opening is there, 8 to 10 years opening is there, and so on. Opening is for all their experience group. Okay, you can see 3 to 4 year company name is ENY, and so on. Diverse Linux, EY. These all are brand, guys. These all are brand. Okay. Now, anything anyone want to discuss?
Vinay Venkatesh here.
Yeah. Hi, Venkatesh.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
in our project also we are doing like data lake testing and doing some SQL operations and managing the validating the data, test data
Mm-hmm.
as well, part of data lake testing. So
Correct.
data lake testing is nearly like a data warehouse.
No. Data lake testing is, you can say, close to database testing. Close to
Okay.
database testing. Not, it will not fall under
O-
that. Okay, but here
Okay.
whatever the things we are going to cover in the SQL, here you can say the SQL part,
Okay.
guys. The SQL, it will be same to same only. The SQL content, it will be same only. Okay, so these all
Okay.
things which we will learn easily you can utilize in the data lake validation, database validation, data structure
Okay.
validation, ETL testing validation, and so on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but yes, answer is
Thank.
yes, you can utilize this one for your project.
Okay. Okay. Thank.
Okay, thank you. Now guys, so now I will teach you guys, I will show you some of the topic so that you will came to know that how the running classes will get covered. So just let me open one notes. Okay, for the data warehouse, one name set. Now guys, so now we are going to start with the data warehouse. So what is a data warehouse? So first understand what do you mean by what do you mean by warehouse? So warehouse means you can say the storage place where we used to store anything. Technically, that is a warehouse. What do you mean by data warehouse? So guys, data warehouse means it is a place where we used to store the data. Okay, if this answer you will give in the interview, direct you will get rejected. Why you will get rejected? Even though after giving the correct answer, why I will get rejected? Because your answer is correct, but it is not up to the mark to crack the interview. Okay, then what exactly you guys have to deliver the answer? Then you have to say a data warehouse is nothing. It is subject oriented, integrated, time variant, and non-volatile collection of the data. Data warehouse is subject oriented, integrated, time variant, and non-volatile collection of data. Okay, so now what do you mean by subject oriented, guys? So subject oriented means a data warehouse can be used to analyze a particular subject area. For example, sales can be a particular subject. Okay, now understand in a normal language. So what do you mean by subject oriented? So consider one example. Consider one example that you guys are working in Wipro. So guys, in the Wipro, there are so many departments are there: HR department, IT department, networking department, marketing department, and so on. Correct. So what type of data HR team is maintaining? So guys, HR team is maintaining only those data for what they are responsible. Like they are maintaining the data, employee ID, employee name, and the salary information. On the same manner, what type of data IT team is maintaining? So guys, IT team is maintaining the data, employee ID, employee name, and the software information. Okay, so if you will go to the IT team and you will ask how much salary Vishnu is getting. So are they able to answer this question? No. Why? Because they are not maintaining salary information. They are maintaining IT data. Okay, so if you will go to the HR team and you will ask which software Vishnu is using. So are they able to answer this question? Answer is no. Why? Because they are not maintaining software information. They are maintaining salary information. Okay, so you guys can see both the team is working in the same organization, Wipro. Okay, and both the team is maintaining the data for the same person, Vishnu. But then also they are not aware about each other information. Okay, so technically the data which is getting maintained by HR team, that is one subject. That is one subject that is called salary. On the same manner, the data which is getting maintained by IT team, that is one subject, that is software. So what do you mean by subject oriented? Subject oriented means the information related to very particular subject only is called subject oriented. Okay, now how we can relate it to the project point of view? So guys, project point of view, consider one example. Imagine that you guys are working in a Wipro. Okay, so Sasi is you guys are working in a Wipro for the retail project Johnson and Johnson. So guys, Johnson and Johnson is having so many products. Okay, so imagine that Sasi is maintaining the data for Johnson and Johnson baby shampoo, and Kumar is maintaining the data for Johnson and Johnson baby cream. So if the client will go to Kumar, can you please confirm what is the sales going on for Johnson and Johnson baby shampoo? What Kumar will say? Kumar will say, I have no idea. I'm not maintaining that data. On the same manner, if the client will go or we will go to Sashi, can you please confirm what is the sales going on for Johnson and Johnson baby cream? What he will say, I have no idea. I am maintaining the data for Johnson and Johnson baby shampoo. So you guys can see both of them are working in the same organization called Wipro. Both of them are working for the same client, Johnson and Johnson, but then also they are not aware about each other information. So technically, the data which is getting maintained by Sasi, that is one subject called Johnson and Johnson baby oil. On the same manner, the data which is getting maintained by Kumar, that is Johnson and Johnson baby cream. Okay, so that is another subject. So what do you mean by subject oriented? So subject oriented means the information related to very particular subject only is called subject oriented. Okay, next one is integrated. So guys, what do you mean by integrated? So integrated means a data warehouse integrates the data from multiple data sources. Data warehouse, multiple sources. What does it mean? Now consider one example first. So just now I had confirmed, imagine that you guys are working in Wipro, and in the Wipro there are so many departments are there. HR department, IT department, networking department, marketing department, and so on. So imagine that end of the day, what they have to do. So they have to load the data into a single place. Okay, imagine that every department is loading the data into a single place. So the process of loading the data from multiple sources. What is the source? HR department, IT department, networking, marketing. Correct. So the process of loading the data from multiple sources to a single place, that is called integrated. Now, how we can relate it to the project point of view, guys? So for the project point of view, end of the day, what we have to do? So Kumar and Sashi, both of them have to load the data into a single place, and the process of loading the data from multiple sources to a single place, Kumar is one source, Sashi is another source. Correct. So the process of loading the data from multiple sources to a single place, that is called integrated. Why to load the data into a single place? What is the reason? The reason for the same is, imagine that the client has asked, Sasi, can you please confirm what is the sales going on for Johnson and Johnson baby oil? He told, I have no idea. On the same manner, from Kumar, Kumar, can you please confirm what is the sales going on for Johnson and Johnson baby cream? He told, I have no idea. That is fine, fair answer. But here what will happen? Client will become very angry. He will say, what is this? My product is there. These people are working for my product only, and I'm asking any question. These people are telling, I have no idea. I have no idea. Then what is the solution? Then the solution is, guys, both of them will load the data into a single place, and that single place access directly it will be given to the client. Okay. And the place where both the person were loading the data, technically that is data warehouse. Okay. Now anyone have any question? What do you mean by subject oriented? What do you mean by integrated? Okay. Silence means no question.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, actually, not to related to this, but I just want to
Mhm.
know how data warehouse is related to the cloud.
Data warehouse itself is a cloud. It is not related. Itself is a cloud.
Okay.
Okay. Here we are loading the data. We are receiving the data. It is itself a
Okay.
cloud. Same like AWS, Athena, bucket. Okay. It is
Okay.
one of the cloud for sending and
Okay.
receiving the data table.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Welcome. Now, so next one is time variant. So guys, what do you mean by time variant? Time variant means historical data is kept into the data warehouse. For example, one can have retrieved the data for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, or even older from the data warehouse. So what does it mean? So guys, here it mentioned that historical data is kept into the data warehouse. It means what? It means as a ETL tester, we will always get a chance to work on the historical data, never on the current data. What is current data? So current data is, imagine that you guys are working for banking project. So whatever the transaction is happening, imagine that Priya has done today 500 cash withdraw. So technically it is what? Technically it is a current data because today only she has done a cash withdraw. Correct. So current data will be handled by DB team, and the moment it will become historical data, that data will be sent to us, and we will be handling those historical data. When it will become historical data? Tomorrow only. So the moment it will become historical data, we will get a chance to work for that data. And this is interview question. In the interview, they will ask that as a ETL tester, you are working for historical data or current data. Then what you have to say? You have to say we are working for historical data, not for the current data. Okay. Now, and this one. Last one is non-volatile. Non-volatile means once the data is loaded in the data warehouse, it will not change. So historical data in the data warehouse, it should not be altered. What does it mean? So guys, it means before loading the data, we have to make sure whatever the data we are going to load, it should be a proper data. It should be a proper data. It means what? It means it should not contain any duplicate value. It should not contain any unwanted values. It should not contain any unwanted characters. Imagine that somewhere John is mentioned. So how it is mentioned? Before J, so many extra spaces there. Imagine that somewhere Nitin is mentioned. So after N, so many extra spaces there. Somewhere Kumar is mentioned. So before K, so many extra space, and after R also so many extra space. Somewhere Ajay is mentioned. So wherever A is there, A is there. So in place of A, it is mentioned at the rate. So it is not the correct data. Somewhere maybe Ajay is mentioned 2 times. Technically, it is a duplicate value. So what we have to do, we have to perform data cleansing part. Data cleansing part will be performed, means removing the duplicate values from the table, okay, and getting all the information in a proper format, removing all the extra space from the left side of the column as well as from the right side of the column. And how it will be done? It will be done with the help of SQL. And these all things, guys, I will show you with practical. Okay, so non-volatile means once the data is loaded in the data warehouse, it will not change. So before loading the data, we have to make sure that whatever the data we are going to load, it is should be a proper data. Okay, so in the interview, they ask a question, what is the data warehouse? Then what you have to say? You have to say data warehouse is subject oriented, integrated, time variant, and non-volatile collection of the data. And once they ask what do you mean by subject oriented, what do you mean by integrated, then one by one we have to explain. Okay. Now anyone, any question for what is data warehouse? Okay, so silence means no question. So guys, on the same manner, the theoretical part will get covered from the data warehouse. So many points are there. Okay, so we will discuss. Now, one topic, at least one topic, I will show you for the practical, that how the practical things will get covered. Okay, so for that, let me open one SQL. So guys, for the practical, I will consider every one of you as a fresher. Okay, reason because maybe some of you are aware about some practical part or some SQL part. I'm not telling everyone are very expertise. Maybe some of you are bit aware. Okay, but majority will be no. Okay, you have no idea. So that's why I will consider everyone as a fresher for the SQL, and from the beginning, I will start the thing. Beginning means from the basic, from the zero. Okay, now, so in the SQL, guys. So what is actually the SQL is? So SQL actually stands for Structured Query Language. Okay, SQL is stand for Structured Query Language. This is the first door to get into the IT market. Anyone who is working in the IT and he is telling that I'm not using the SQL, it is a myth. 99.99% they have to use SQL. Maybe they are using portion of the SQL or full-fledged, that is the different thing. But definitely they have to use the SQL. It is mandatory. Means what? Means this SQL will be utilized by and will be used by manual tester, automation tester, big data tester, Hadoop tester, Java tester, .NET developer, Java developer, Python scripting, and definitely ETL developer and ETL tester. Okay, so that is the part. In one line, you can say this is the first door to get into the IT market, and it is mandatory that everyone should be aware. And as a ETL tester, for what we are using the SQL? So guys, we are using the SQL for the validation of the data. Okay. So the very first topic in the SQL, guys, it is DDL command. So what is DDL? So DDL stands for Data Definition Language. Okay, DDL stands for Data Definition Language. Here we are going to cover the topic create, alter, and drop. Okay, these are the topic which we are going to cover. So first one is the create statement. So what is a create statement? So with the help of create statement, guys, we can create a table. We can create a table. Consider one example. Imagine that you guys are working in Wipro and you guys are working in Wipro and First Cry is your client. So one day the First Cry people came and they told, please create one table with column, ID, name and location. Then what we have to do? We have to create it. How we can create it? We can create it by using create statement. And the syntax for the same is we have to just mention create table, and then we have to mention table name. Whatever table name you want, you can mention. There is no problem. Okay, imagine that first cry is the client. I will mention first cry only. First one space cry. Okay, so that is fine. So first what we have to do, we have to mention create table and then table name. Whatever table name you want, you can mention. But this table name will throw error. Why it will throw the error? Because just now I had confirmed whatever table name you guys want, you can mention. Then what is the issue with this table name? So guys, the issue is that your table name should not contain any space. And here, when space is there, then what is the solution? Then the solution is either you can remove the space or you can give underscore. Both are correct approach. There is no issue. Okay. So first we'll mention create table, then table name. Then we will press enter, open the bracket. And in the SQL, guys, it is mandatory. The number of times we used to open the bracket, same number of times we have to close it. So simply 2-3 times I will press enter. Okay. And I will close the bracket. That's it. Okay. So what we have done, first we have mentioned create table, then table name. Open the bracket, close the bracket. And whatever the column name is requested, all the column name we will mention one by one. So 3 column was requested, ID, we will mention ID, then comma, again next column was press enter, next column name, we will mention name, no problem, again comma. Next column location, so we'll mention location, okay, no problem. Then that's it. And whatever the extra space is there, we will remove it. Now anyone have any question, guys? Up to here. It is up to here. Anyone have any question?
I have a doubt
Mm-hmm,
regarding the SQL thing. Like,
mm-hmm.
do you only going to validate over here, or do we, integrate this SQL with the Informatica tool in the future?
Definitely we will integrate because the data will be in the SQL only, Oracle. From there only it will
Oracle.
get it will be imported into the Informatica. Definitely it will be.
Ah,
Because
okay,
without importing, the data cannot be loaded in the target table.
okay, okay.
Okay.
Thank
Okay,
you.
no problem. Welcome. No issue.
Uh,
Now,
Excuse me.
mhm.
Like I joined a bit late for this demo session. Which tools are we covering in this class for
In this,
ETL testing?
so as ETL tester, we are going to cover SQL, Informatica, and data warehouse. Okay, these are the things. Data warehouse, SQL, Informatica, QC Center. Okay,
So
these are the things.
data warehouse is also a tool, is it?
It is a cloud. It is not a tool. It is a cloud which is used for
Okay,
sending and
okay.
receiving the data. Okay,
And
uh,
Informatica is a tool. Is that right? Understanding?
it is a tool. Informatica is a tool. You can say
So one tool is covering. Is that correct?
yes, yes, yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Now, guys, rolling back to the topic. Anyone have any question, guys, from here to here? Okay, silence means no question. So again, I will do a small recap. First, we have to mention create table, and then we have to mention table name. Whatever table name you guys want, you can mention. Then we have to open the bracket. In the SQL, it is mandatory, guys, the number of times we used to open the bracket, same number of times we used to close it. Okay, it is mandatory. So simply I open the bracket and I close the bracket. And whatever the column name was requested, we will mention all the column one by one. Okay, that's it. Okay, then what we have to do? So guys, in the Excel file, you guys have seen that in any of the column, if you create a table in an Excel file, then in any of the column, we can insert any of the value. Okay, but in the SQL, we cannot do like that. We have to inform the SQL that in future, what type of data it will contain. Okay, so for every column in the SQL, we have to inform. How we can inform? So imagine that for the ID column. In the ID column, in future, what type of data you want? So imagine we want numerical value. Okay, so here I will just mention ID, number, and imagine that here I will mention 2. Okay, simply I mentioned 2. What does this 2 mean? So guys, this 2 doesn't mean that in future I can insert only value ID1 and ID2. Answer is no. This 2 is the space defined. It means here you can insert any value which contains up to 2 digit. Okay, means starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, up to 99 you can insert. But if you will try to insert a value called 100, then it will throw error. Why it will throw error? Because 100 requires 3 space, 1, 0, 0. Total 3 space is there. So what is the solution? So here we can mention 3. There is no problem. So what does this 3 mean? So 3 mean you can insert any value in the ID column which contains up to 3 digit, starting from 0 to up to 999. Again on the same manner, 1000 will throw the error. Why? Because 1000 required 4 space, 1, 0, 0 and 0. So here we will mention 4. Okay, so here as per your requirement you can mention any value, but minimum you have to mention 1, maximum you can mention 32. That is the limit. Okay, so imagine that here roughly I will mention 2. So here I inform the SQL that ID in future it will contain numerical value and the space defined is 2. Technically, this is data type and this is the length. On the same manner, for every column we have to inform. Next column is the name column. In the name column, what type of data we will mention? So imagine that here I will mention the data called RAM, RAM. RAM is a character value. Correct. Again, here I will insert a value called Kumar, Kumar. It is also a character value. I will insert a name called Venkatesh. Okay, Venkatesh. It contains 11, 12 character. Maybe I will insert a value called Priya, Priya. It contains 6 character. So you guys can see these all are character values. Correct. But no one name length is fixed. Everyone name is getting varied. Their length is getting vary. So what we can mention? So guys, here we can mention varchar. Varchar means I'm telling the SQL name column will contain varying character data, varchar. And then here also I will define the length 20. Okay, so 20 means what? Means any name which contains up to 20 letter. Doesn't matter Ram, John, Tom, Harry, Venkatesh, Subbalakshmi, Hari, or any name which contains up to 20 letters, it will be allowed. Why I had mentioned 20? Why I didn't mention anything? You can mention anything. Minimum you have to mention 1. Maximum you can mention 4000. That is the limit for varchar. Okay, so roughly I will mention 20. On the same manner, next column is what? Next column is location. So location is what? Imagine that Pune, Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and so on. It is also same like name only. So for this also I will mention varchar. And imagine that roughly I will mention 15. Okay, that's it. Once it is done, then at the very last I will put semicolon. Semicolon means what, guys? Semicolon means end of statement. You guys have seen in the movies, once the movie is over, what notification you will get? The end. It means movie is over. On the same manner over here also, we used to inform the SQL, my syntax is over. And then we have to execute. How to execute? Select the entire syntax and hit on this button. The moment you will hit, guys, here you can see in the output window. Wait, just let me log in. I didn't log in. So now here you can see it is running. Okay. Now here you can see we got the notification in the output window. Table first cry created. If you guys want to see your table, you have to just mention a default syntax, select star from table name. That's it. Semicolon, execute it. The moment we execute, here you can see the table is visible. ID, name, location. Whatever the column name we had mentioned, same column name is visible. Okay. Now anyone, any question, guys?
Yeah, I have a doubt.
Mhm.
Is the integer type like a number and the
Integer,
integer is
yeah,
different?
int. Yeah, it is a different,
Both.
and that.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay,
And
that is visible.
also, I want to know
Mhm.
the numbers which you have mentioned, like in the bracket number two, the space, number of space. If I don't mention anything, what will happen?
So by default, it will take by default value 32. It will reserve.
32.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Ah, no problem. Thank you. Now, guys, so here this is how we used to create a table. For better understanding, we will do one more practice. Okay, imagine that Apple iPhone is your client. One day the client came and they told that please create one table with column ID, name, and location. Then what we have to do? We have to create it. How we can create? We can create it on the same manner. So just observe the syntax and tell the syntax in your mind. Okay, here I am writing so that you will have the practice. First, what we have done, we have written create table, then table name. So I will mention create table, table name. Imagine that Apple phone. Okay, so here, guys, whether it is correct or any mistake I have done over the syntax.
The space you have given.
Exactly. The space is given because table name should not contain any space. The solution is you can remove the space or you can give underscore. Both are correct approach. So that is fine. Then what I have done, I had opened the bracket. On the same manner, you open the bracket and press enter 2 3 times. Close the bracket because I had confirmed in the SQL it is mandatory the number of times we used to open bracket, same number of times we used to close it. And same to same we will mention. Okay, imagine that ID column is required. Here also I will mention ID number 2, close the bracket. Then comma is there, comma we will mention. Enter next column, name is required. Name here also it was. I will mention name varchar. Imagine I will mention 20, no problem. Again, comma. Again, press enter. Next column, location required. Last time also location was there. We'll mention location. Location, varchar 15. Same to same. We mention. Close the bracket. No issue. Whatever the extra space is there, we'll remove it. And as usual, at the last we have to put semicolon. I will mention semicolon. Then what we have to do? We have to execute it. So guys, the moment I will execute it, how to execute? Select the entire syntax and hit on this button. The moment we will execute it, you guys will see table will get created. But this one I will show you in a different manner. Okay, rather than putting varchar, I will mention char. Char is what? Char means character value. I'm telling the SQL, it will contain character value. Okay, and if I will mention char, then also table will get created. If I mention varchar, then also table will created and with the char also. If you want to see, let me execute it. So guys, here you can see the moment we created, here we got the notification table Apple phone created. If you want to see your table, what we have to do, we have to mention the default syntax, select star from table name. Okay, select star from table name, semicolon, and then execute it. The moment we execute, guys, observe the data in the output window. Here you can see table got created. So for the name column, you can mention char also. For the name column, you can mention varchar also. Both are correct approach. Okay. Now anyone have any question?
What is the difference between both where, care, and care?
Yes. So this answer I will give you guys in a story format. So you will able to remember it for the longer term. So imagine that if I have created my table with varchar, then also table was created. If I created my table with char, then also table was created. Now what type of data I can insert? So guys, if my table is created, imagine from name and varchar, then here I can insert a value Ram, John and Tom. Okay. Now, on the same manner, if my table is created with name, char, and 20, here what type of data I can insert? So guys, here also I can insert a value Ram, John, and Tom. Then what is the difference between char and varchar? If we can insert the same value, then what is the difference between char and varchar? Okay, so consider one example. Every one of you consider one example. Imagine that you guys are at home and few guests came to your house. Okay, then what you will do? You will offer some snacks to them. So the moment you went to the kitchen, you found there is no snacks. Nothing is there. No snacks, nothing is there. Okay, then at your home, you have one brother. Your brother name is Kar, and you have one sister. Your sister name is Varkar. So you asked your Kar brother to go outside and bring some snacks. So like kurkure, chips, and Pepsi bottle. So how much it will cost? Imagine that it will cost 30 rupees. But you don't have the change amount. You have 50 rupees note. So you had given 50 rupees note to your care brother and you asked him to go outside and bring the snacks. So your care brother has taken the money from you and he went outside and he purchased all the items and he came back and he gave you all the stuff. But he didn't return your change amount. 20 rupees he didn't return. So you thought it's okay, no problem, he is my brother only, so manage. Again, imagine again after some time few guests came. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to offer some snacks. The moment you went to the kitchen, again in the kitchen, there is no snacks. So what you have to do? You have to offer some snacks. So the moment you went to the, so again you asked your care brother only that go outside and bring some snacks like kurkure, chips, Pepsi bottle, samosa, chutney. Okay, so how much it will cost? So imagine that it will cost guys 90 rupees. But on the same manner, you don't have change amount. You have 200 rupees note. Okay, so you have given 200 rupees note to your care brother and you asked him to bring the stuff. Your care brother, he has taken the money from you and he went outside and he purchased all the items, whatever you told. Okay, and he came back and he gave you all the stuff. But on the same manner, he didn't return your change amount. 110 rupees, he didn't return. This time it was very painful because it was a heavy amount. He didn't return. So you thought it's okay, no problem. He is my brother only, so manage. Again, imagine again after some time, few guests came. Then what you have to do? You have to offer some snacks. So the moment you went to the kitchen, you found there is no snacks, nothing is there. So what you have to do? You have to offer some snacks. So this time you thought every time I'm sending my care brother outside, he is going outside, he is buying the stuff, but he is not returning my change amount. So this time I will not send him. This time I will send my Varkar sister. So you asked your Varkar sister to go outside and bring some snacks like kurkure, chips, Pepsi bottle, samosa, chutney, and some fruits. So guys, how much it will cost? So imagine that it will cost 150 rupees. But on the same manner, you don't have any change amount. You have 500 rupees note. So you have given 500 rupees note to your Varkar sister. Your Varkar sister has taken the money from you and she went outside and she purchased all the items and she came back. Okay. And she gave you all the stuff. And apart from that, she has returned your change amount also. So going further, whom you guys will send outside? Your Varkar sister or your care brother to buy the stuff?
Where
Varkar we will send. Why? Because he was returning the change amount. On the same manner over here also the Varkar and care works. If my table is created with name varchar and 20, here if I will insert a value, imagine ram, then how much space it will occupy? RAM, total 3 space. What about remaining 17 space? So guys, remaining 17 space will get released from the table. On the same manner, if you will insert a value called Priya, so Priya will occupy how much space? Priya will occupy 5 space. PRIYA. Correct. What about remaining 15 space? Because 20 you had given. So remaining 15 space, guys, it will get released from the table. Okay. So that's it. But on the same manner, if your table is created with char, correct, then what will happen? So guys, if here we will insert a value called RAM, RAM, how much space it will occupy? It will occupy 3 space. But what about remaining 17 space? So guys, remaining 17 space will not get released from the table. It will be in the table only. Remember, your care brother, doesn't matter you give him 50 rupees or 200 rupees, he is not going to return you the extra amount. On the same manner over here also, the extra space will not get released. If you will insert a value called Priya, Priya, it will occupy how many space? It will occupy 5 space. Then what about the remaining 15 space? So remaining 15 space, guys, it will not get released from the table. It will be in the table only, due to which your table size will get drastically increased. But remember, your varchar sister, she was returning your change amount. So here, this varchar will release the extra space. So the difference between char and varchar is the char will not release the extra space from the table, but varchar it will release the extra space from the table. Okay, that is the difference. Now, is it clear?
Yeah, but I have one doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it the same difference between number and the integer?
No,
Int and number?
no,
No?
no, no,
Is it
no.
okay? It's different.
Correct.
Then what is the difference between them?
Marginal difference. Yeah, we will discuss. Actually, today we are beaching the time, but as you had asked the
Okay.
question, so definitely I will answer. So for the number and the character, number what it will do. So for the number, we are giving the reserved space, 2, 3, 5. Okay, but for the integer, we are not giving any reserved space. By default, it used to take the integer used to take 32. That is the max value. And there is more difference. So definitely we will discuss in depth and detail in the running classes.
Okay.
When
Thank you.
welcome. No problem. Now, anyone have any question, guys, for which we have discussed now?
Yes, sir, so when we have to use char and when we have to use varchar, because we have a data type provided, right? So
Mhm.
will be some real time we have to use char also, right?
No, no, no. It completely depends upon the business requirement. Okay, as a ETL tester, we cannot take the decision that while creating a table whether we have to use varchar or we have to use char. This information will be provided by the client in the BRD document, and based on that only we have to create it. But yes, maximum time we are using varchar. That is the truth. Okay, but not mandatory. So if I will teach only varchar and I will not teach the char, and in the interview they will ask the question, so you guys will get stuck. So that's why I had covered. Okay.
Okay.
So it completely depends upon the business requirement. Now guys, now anyone have any question? If you have, you can ask. Okay. So guys, then now we are done for the day. Again, we will connect tomorrow, same time, same link. If you guys have any question related to enrollment or related to anything, you guys can ask Kumar sir. This is his contact number. For the enrollment
Uh,
process, you can contact him. Okay. For any technical question, if you have directly, you can ask tomorrow in the running class, or you can post in the WhatsApp group also. I feel that every one of you are already in the WhatsApp group, so you can ask. There is no problem. I will be responsible for giving all the technical answer, and related to enrollment process, you can contact the Kumar sir. This is his contact number.
Vinay,
Yeah, hi, yeah, tell me.
one question.
Mhm.
So I'm hearing about the migration of the data part. So
Yes,
is
that is
ETL
also part of
testing?
ETL. Yes, we are responsible migration testing. That is also our responsibility only.
Okay.
Okay.
So
ETL is
when
actually a very vast thing. There we are going to learn the migration also, as well as your portion of the functional which you are working.
so
Okay, I
you are
feel that
covering as part of syllabus, you are covering the data. Sorry, what you called
migration,
migration
migration.
also are covering.
Yes, yes, which is required for the ETL testing. Means not complete migration testing. Migration is what? So complete migration testing is a 2 month course. So we are not covering complete migration testing. We are covering that part which is required for the ETL. But answer is yes. Okay, what is migration testing? Means moving the data from one database to another database. Technically, that is called migration, and migration of data. And testing of those data only is called migration testing. In the migration testing, also done by the ETL tester only. And here, migration testing, guys, it will be very easy, but it will be very lengthy. Why it will be very easy and how it will be very lengthy? The reason for the same is because in the migration testing, one time we are getting a very high volume of data, like 2-year data, 3-year data, or 4-year data. Okay, so that's why it will be very lengthy because a high volume of data is there, but it will be very easy. Why it will be easy? Because since 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, whoever is maintaining those data, so already all the transformation logic is already applied. So that's why no need to do any major testing action over there. Okay, so that's why it will be very easy, but it will be very lengthy. Why? Because here the data volume will be very, very high. And yes, that is also our part only.
Okay,
No,
thank you.
no
So
problem.
are we
Welcome.
covering any other tools on the what you called cloud side, or only
Data
uh,
warehouse.
Informatica you are covering?
No, no, Informatica is not a cloud. Don't get confused. It is a tool. Data
Uh,
warehouse is a cloud. Okay. Because in the interview, we have to be very cautious while giving the answer. If we will say Informatica is a cloud, so answer is no. Informatica version is cloud version, desktop version, that is version. Technically, not a cloud. Because in the Informatica, we cannot send or receive the data. Here we can load the data.
okay, so is the data stage also the same way?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay,
Data stage is one of the part. Okay, and
but
that
data
part you,
warehouse you are taking it from the cloud. That's is my understanding
yes,
correct?
yes, yes.
Which cloud you are covering? Any idea?
Data data warehouse is a cloud. Data
Oh,
warehouse
data
itself
warehouse is this cloud.
it's a cloud.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. No, no problem. No, anyone, any question, guys?
Can you send the curriculum, Vinay, the
Yeah,
course?
definitely. I will share it in the WhatsApp group, or you can contact the Kumar sir. Okay. For
Okay.
any question, guys, any related to any question, feel free to call this number. This is Kumar sir number. This is his contact number. Okay. Any technical question you have, directly post in the WhatsApp group. You guys are already there. I will be responsible to answer all the question. If you have now only, you can ask no issue. We have beast
Okay.
15
So
minutes, but
Vinay,
no problem.
sorry for
Hmm.
last question. Last question from
No
my
issue.
side.
No issue. No problem.
How far the SQL knowledge is required for this ETL testing? I mean, the
It is.
normal
It is.
DCL
No.
operations are okay, or
No. 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 With deep and detail. Okay, deep and detailed
okay,
knowledge is required. And whichever thing means you can say if we will cover only DDL or DML, like which you have told just now, DDL and DML, so it is not enough, or even DCL, TCL is not enough. We have to be aware about the ports part, like aggregate function, character function, date function, where clause, having clause, group by clause, these all things. And the next slide also. It is mandatory because with these only we are validating the data. And here all the things I will cover with Scratch. Okay.
okay. Are you
Uh,
covering any of the PLSQL thing? No, right?
No, 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 no. PLSQL, it is the development part. It is for the developer, not for the tester. ETL tester are not using the PLSQL. PLSQL is what? It is the, you can say, second module of the SQL. First module is getting used by the tester. Second module is getting used by the developer. So PLSQL is getting utilized by the developer. So in the PLSQL, the part is stored procedure, cursor, trigger. Okay. So these all things are the part of PLSQL. In the real-time scenario, ETL tester they are not using. So
Okay.
it will be used by the developers. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Vinay, I have one question.
Mhm.
While the training is also working practically, uh,
Yes, because
he
85%
will
product
giving a
is
task.
yes, daily basis we will receive the task, not only classes running and over. Answer is no. On the daily basis, the class topics and the assignment will be given from the topic which we will cover, and not only from that topic. Consider example that
Hmm.
you guys are in the sequel. DCL topic is going on. Today we have covered the DCL topic. That doesn't mean that I will give you the assignment related to only DCL. No, DCL plus previous topic. The reason for
Okay.
the same why? Because imagine that this topic has covered 3-4 days back, and you guys are under the joints. Okay, means
Hmm.
after 2 week, imagine that you guys are on the joints. So what will happen? So the day when the topic will get covered, at that time the people used to be very crystal clear with the concept. But
Hmm.
if they don't do the practice for the daily basis, then what will happen? The topic will go on the blur stage. And the moment you guys will be in the joins or the subqueries, at that time, you will forget what is aggregate function and character function. Means blur answer you will have in your mind, but due to absence of practice, it will not be there. So if that any of the topic is going on, so assignment will be given from previous all the topic. and how you guys have to do the study, what you have to do the study for the daily basis. A fixed length will be given that today you have to do this much only.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, one more
No.
question. Are the classes are starting tomorrow?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Now. Thank you. Now, anyone, any question, guys? Final call.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
The
I have
QC
one.
center is written over there. We will be covering quality center as well.
Mhm. I didn't come again.
We will be covering quality center as well
Yes, we are given.
as a tool for testing.
Yes, yes. Quality tool, you can see QC Center. QC Center is what? This is a defect tracking tool or a project management tool. Okay, answer is yes. You can see in the content also I mentioned.
Okay. Also, when we do ETL testing at quality center, is it like anything different from when we execute normal test cases in quality center and when we do ETL testing test cases in quality center?
No, no, no.
Like, I just
QC
want to know
Center.
in brief.
No, no, no. QC Center is not only fixed for the ETL tester, or QC Center is not only fixed for the manual automation big data Hadoop. This QC Center, it is a defect tracking tool. Defect tracking tool, defect management tool, and project management tool. It will be utilized by everyone. Doesn't matter in the companies, doesn't matter they are working in the IT, non-IT, developer, tester, Java, .NET, or whichever it is. It is mandatory that they have to use one of the defect tracking tool. Okay, and QC Center is a defect tracking tool. QC Center, ALM, Jira, QC Center, these all are defect tracking tool. Okay, so that is the thing. Answer is yes, we are going to cover.
Good. Thanks.
Because as a ETL tester, we have to raise a bug, we have to raise a defect. So where we will raise? Here only. Then from here only the developer will get notified. Okay. Okay. Anyone else also having any question?
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Normally, in cloud, we most of the famous clouds are Azure, AWS, and so on.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
we are using any service on the cloud and for data
Yes,
warehouse.
yes, data warehouse itself is a cloud, same like AWS, Athena, and so on. Okay, so these all cloud, either data warehouse or AWS or Athena or Bucket. Okay, so these
Yeah,
all are we are
yeah,
using for sending and receiving the data. These all are we are
yeah.
using.
Okay,
So one of the cloud we are using the data warehouse because in the interview they used to ask a lot of questions from here. And doesn't matter whether
yeah,
it is the content part of the data warehouse or the content part of AWS or Athena, 80% same to same. Okay.
yeah. So for that, for practice purpose, are we going to take any? Suppose if I want to take some space from the AWS and I want to practice, and how I do that?
So yeah, so you, for that actually, if you want, then you have to purchase it. It is a paid service from the AWS only. Anyone can purchase. It
Okay.
is a open source. It is a open source, guys. It is not like means it is a something. It is a open source, and even though it is a paid service, directly in the Google you can type www.aws.com, and there you will from there you can directly purchase it. Okay, but no problem
In
here.
case of data
Whichever
warehouse, how? Yeah,
whatever the
yeah.
thing is required for the ETL. So end to end, 0 to 100, we will cover 0 to 100.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
Because the moment if I'm passing the message that after the class you guys can go with starting from 1 year to up to 9 years of work experience as a ETL tester, it means. And previously also we have trained a lot of people for the ETL testing, and currently they are working very smoothly in the open market. Okay. No problem. Now, anyone else also having any question, guys?
Yes, sir.
Last
Vijay,
question, sir.
I have a
So
Mhm.
question.
I have already, sorry, okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm already enrolled in one of the classes, which goes from 8 to 9, and this one is from 8:30 to 9:30. What is the solution for that?
Uh, Whether the time slot is same to same? Time
That's
slot.
what I said. The another one goes from 8 to 9 p.m. and this one is 8:30 to 9:30. So
Okay,
both will be
and
halfway. What is the solution?
okay. So for the daily basis, one thing is that for every candidate, we will provide the recording. Okay. And for depth and detail, you can just please check once the Kumar sir, so whether he can adjust the timing, so it will be fine, no issue. Okay, no
Okay,
problem.
okay, thanks.
So timing adjustment you can do, no problem. We will work on that, no issue. Okay.
Vinay?
Yeah, hi.
Hi. So you will be giving an overview of all the clouds, what are available, what is a cloud and everything, or you
Yes,
will just
yes,
start with
yes.
the data warehouse?
Yeah, data warehouse is one of the cloud which we have discussed just now. And here
Yeah.
we will discuss in depth and detail because one topic we had covered. So under the data warehouse or OLA, AWS or Athena. So everywhere, so this is, you can say this one. If you will scroll down, you can see types of database, normal database, data warehouse. These all are also the part of AWS as well as data warehouse. If we scroll down more, data mart. So this is also the topic of AWS as well as data warehouse. If we will scroll a bit more, OLEP, OLTP. Okay. If we scroll down below all the topics, you can say only these two topics. What is data warehouse and what is the difference between data warehouse and web application project lifecycle? Apart from these two topics, all the below topic is very common for AWS, Athena, data warehouse. Okay, because here you can see data mart is there. If we scroll a bit more, you can say data modeling is there, dimensional model is there, star schema is there, snowflake schema is there. Okay, and so on.
Mm.
These all are
Okay.
very common for AWS and also. So that's why here we will cover all the things.
Okay. Yeah.
No problem. Anyone, any question, guys? Final call.
Yes, sir. I
Hmm.
want to know who can do the ETL tester course. Like, I'm new to that. I'm a manual tester. Can I do that? Like, can I need to know,
Yes,
like, is it
yes.
for any
Anyone? Yeah.
team?
Actually, what happened after the COVID, the data flow has got drastically increased, due to which the ETL testing has opened the door for everyone. Okay, everyone means doesn't matter if your background is from BA, BSc, BCom, BTech. Okay, doesn't matter. If you have the knowledge, you are most welcome in the organization because the data flow has been increased. Here, the demand is very high and the supply is very lesser. Supply is very lesser. So previously, also I have trained the people who are from BA in English. You can imagine, guys, that BA in English, what type of software they have seen in their entire career. Technically, apart from Facebook, Gmail, nothing. I have trained those type of people also, and currently they are working very smoothly in the market. And yes, manual tester, automation tester, those who are already working somewhere, they too have grabbed the opportunity and they have improved their skills and they are moving. Okay, means most of the people from the automation testing, big data testing, Hadoop testing, they are moving for the ETL testing. Why they are moving? What is the reason? The reason for the same is because it is one of the highly paid job in the current market. That is the reason. Just now I feel that half an hour back I had confirmed anyone who have the experience of manual tester and they have imagined that 3 years of work experience, 3 years experience or 3.5 years of experience, hardly they will get, guys, 4 lakh, 4.5 lakh or 5 lakh, not more than that. But anyone who have the experience for the ETL tester, so they are getting, if 3 years of work experience they have, they will get easily 9 lakh to 9.5 lakh, 9 lakh to
Uh,
9.5 lakh. So that
but
is the due to CTC. Hmm.
after
Yes.
this course, how much experience I can show? Because it's just a five
Starting
week,
from 1 year,
not
starting from 1 year to 9 year, you can easily so.
1 year to 9 years.
Exactly. 1 year to
Mhm.
9 year. Okay. I'm not recommending because up to 9 year, if you will put, you can crack till team lead. Okay. I'm not for putting you guys for the manager role, but answer is up to starting from 1 year to 9 years.
Okay.
And so many
And,
people have been placed with a very good CTC.
mhm.
Yeah.
And sir, Informatica tool and this data warehouse cloud, they are open source, like we can log in and
Yeah,
use
it
it.
is. It is. Yes, yes. It is open source. It is a open source.
Okay, sir.
But
Yeah.
that open source will be valid for 20 days or 21 days only, or 15 days. But whatever the software I will provide, so that will be valid for till your last breath.
Ah, okay. So like QC and all you're talking about? Or
Informatica and SQL, all the software, all the
okay.
software which I will provide, there will be no limit, no validity like 1 month, 2 month. up to 10 year, 20 year, you keep it, you use it, no issue. Your laptop may get crashed or it may hang, but not my software performance.
Might be versions can change, right? It could be old.
No problem. It can. Anything can happen, no issue.
Okay,
Anything.
sir. Got it. Thank you.
Mm.
Actually, I'm already enrolled with the not this course, but other course. I will check that the timings and all, and then I can get
Sh-
back.
Sure, sure. It is recommended, guys, for everyone to improve their skill. IT is like a Chinese bulb. Today it is blinking, tomorrow something else will blink. So always in the IT, guys, we used to upgrade our knowledge. Most of the people are working for Hadoop. Most of the people are working for big data. But to improve their knowledge, they used to take the classes. Okay. And while after taking the classes, they are switching their career also to the ETL because they have seen the result and they have seen the CTC. Because every one of us, we are working for the CTC only. That is the truth. If a manual tester will offer you 3 lakh and ETL tester will offer you 5 lakh or 7 lakh for 2 years of experience, definitely we will go for such a technologies which will offer a better CTC. Correct. So that's why. The main thing is that the ETL testing are working for the ETL testing. That's why whoever is moving, okay, so they are giving a blasting CTC. You can see over here, guys. That's why for your reference, I had opened the Naukri.com. Okay, and 35,000 plus opening, that too in the Bangalore, means a lot. It means a lot. And even though I have shown you guys below 2 years to 5 year, 3 year to 8 years of work experience, like that it was. Okay, so much opening was there, 8 to 10. You can see 2 to 6, 8 to 10. If I scroll down up also, there also you can see 4 to 7, like that for all group it is. Like that, close to 35,000 plus opening. 35 exact figure, 35,948. This is Naukri.com, guys, not my homemade site. Now you can say congratulations. It has been increased. 35,948 we were seeing plus 12 has been increased within half an hour. Congratulations. Actually, it is very highly demanded thing.
Vinay, do we have a opportunity for the remote job also? Because right
It,
now I'm not in India, that's why.
yes, yes, the opening is there. Remote job, in which country you are?
Now I'm in UAE.
There also the opening is there. UAE, UK, their opening is there. You can easily apply over there. And getting the job over UK and Canada is very easy, guys, compared to India. That is the truth. That
That's
is
the
the truth.
truth, but I'm looking for something for remote work from home office,
Yes,
work from
yeah,
home. That's why.
easily you can get it, but it completely depends upon the company policy. Which company you are joining, they are providing or not. So it completely depends. But yes, currently I'm working in India, and here you can say currently I'm working on the hybrid mode. 2 days I have to go office, 3 days work from home. Okay, and out of 2 days, that is just on the paper only. Since 3 months I didn't went to office. For last month, I feel that in the month of November, for 1 day I had gone, and before that it was work from home. Means you
Mm,
can say 2019-20 the COVID has came. So from
mm,
22 till 24 it was work from
mm.
home for me. Then currently all the companies are going hybrid mode. So in the since 1 year it has been started for me the hybrid mode. Out of 1 year hardly I had gone for 10 days. Okay,
Mm, mm.
so that is
No,
the thing. Yes.
the problem
Hmm.
is I have a like career gap right now because we
Hmm.
moved to the UAE. That's why. So I just want to know joining this course will cover the gap. Can I show my experience? Because I have 8 years of experience already. So
Easily
will
you
that be
can.
covered?
Yes,
Yeah.
easily we can present you for those 8 years of experience. Easily you can mention as a ETL tester. Okay.
Okay. Because I have worked already as a ETL tester, not fully, but a
Mm-hmm.
part of it. That's why.
Mm-hmm. No problem. No problem. There is no issue. We can. We can. It will work. No issue. We can present you and what you have to mention in the resume, how you have to deliver the answer, all the things I will guide. Because if in the running class, so many people will have different experience, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 7 year, 11 year. Okay. So for
Mhm.
everyone, the resume will be different and the content part will be different. What they have to deliver the answer in the interview, that will be different. So for everyone, independently, it will get covered.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
It is not like means anyone will get missed or anything. No, we used to monitor each and everyone's question, and we respect all the question with answer, with valid answer. Okay, no
Martin.
problem. No problem. Now, so guys, so those who want to, for the enrollment purpose, you can just contact Kumar sir. This is his contact number. For any technical question you have related to ETL, you can directly ask from me. You can ask in the running class also. You can ask in the WhatsApp group also. Once you have joined the classes, then you can call and anything. No problem. Any communication will be fine. Okay. So you can take the
Ready,
screen.
whether Snowflake also will be explained?
Snowflake schema. Snowflake schema,
Oh,
it will be. Answer is yes. Because how much it will discuss? So which is required for the ETL testing? Because in the interview, they will
okay.
ask the question, what is a Snowflake schema? Okay, because as a ETL tester, we are working for a star schema and Snowflake schema. So what is the
It's
star
not a
schema?
tool.
No,
Snowflake
it
is
is a
not.
Snowflake is not a tool. It is a schema. A
Okay.
schema means what? The collection
Oh,
of table is called a schema. Okay,
okay.
collection. And what is Snowflake schema? Here you can see in depth and detail we will discuss. It contains fact
Okay.
table, dimension table, and blah blah. So many things. Okay, no problem. Anyone? Any question, guys? Pardon for beaching the time, but it was really nice that you guys were asking the question, and it was really good to have a session with you people. Hope to see you guys tomorrow at the same time, same link. For any clarification, feel free to call without any hesitation at any time. We are available 24/7, 365. Doesn't matter whether it is night 2 o'clock, you can message. It is not like, oh, it is 2 o'clock. Feeling shy whether he will reply or not, she will reply or not, or he will respond or not. Answer is no, guys. Every question, feel free to ask any question anytime 24/7 365. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, guys, then we are done for the day. Again, we will connect tomorrow, same time, same link. Thank you. Thank you all, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye. Bye
Okay,
bye.
thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.